I will let him know if you like. Okay, here's breaking away and kind of bringing closure to this whole first episode of our second first episode of our
first episode.
Yeah, of our review show.
God.
If you have any questions, concerns, games you want to see us review, games you recommend we play, PM us, comment them. The typical rate, comment type deal, and we will review them if you think that we would do a good job of doing the game. Now, I don't know about him, but I will rent any game you ask me to rent, unless it's completely out there and not a game that I know I would not like. Hockey games and soccer games. I already told you, don't ask me to get soccer games and hockey games. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go through and try and play Halo 2 or 3. Don't ask me to play those two. I'm not going to do it. I've only played Halo 1. I played it for PC, and I hated it. I played it for Xbox. I hated it. But, I mean, if you have any games in mind that you think we've played that you want us to do a review on, or if we haven't played it you want us to do a review on, we will do it. One of us will. Now, granted, we both don't have time to play all these games. But I'm sure that if you pique one of our interests with one of these games, we will try it for you and we will review it. If you have any questions about us personally, you may or may not get a response. Mainly because we don't want you to know where we live. We don't want you to know where we're from, because we are hosts of a YouTube review show. We don't...
This is about as low as entertainment goes. And
right. And we don't want you bugging us in our personal lives. No, we won't talk to you outside of this unless, we have a reason to. No, we won't play our games with you unless you happen to figure out one day when we give you our gamer tags or happen to recognize our voice on Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network. We won't do it because that's not the purpose of what we're trying. We're not trying to make friends here. We're trying to review games for you, and it's just it's just one of those things.
It's just one of those things we felt we had to do. I mean, you can only take a magazine for so long. It's like, okay, well, these guys, it's like their job. I mean, they're being paid to write stuff.
And a lot of times, I don't know if this is true, but sometimes I believe this. Sometimes I think that companies can bribe them into saying things about the games they don't actually mean, or they try to have a reputation for being nice to games they don't usually be nice to, and we're not going to do it. If we don't like something, we're going to call them out on it, we're going to point it out, and we're just going to say it's wrong.
As we said, Halo sucks.
Right, and we're not going to give props to games that don't deserve props. And we're not going to, ignore games that deserve props. It's just not going to happen. And, but, okay, that's kind of our topic of the day. But next week, next Friday, I'll probably start posting these tonight. But next week, I'm going to do solo reviews. Each week we're going to do 2 solo reviews, 2 mutual reviews, any other reviews that you feel need to be done, and we'll have a new topic of the day. And next week, I am doing reviews of Star Ocean: The Last Hope and Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon.
I will be reviewing Castlevania Order of Ecclesia for the Nintendo DS. My other review is still pending, and if I told you, it really wouldn't be as fun next week, so you can just tune in and get a nice little surprise.
Right, and next week we will be reviewing together our first one, the kind of middle review, the one that we just want to review for the sake of giving it props. Perfect Dark Zero, as we said, we want to touch on that one a little bit, and the main review for next week is going to be Fallout 3. It's not a new game, but again, it's if you haven't played it, we're going to tell you why you should. Other reviews. Next week we're going to do something that not a lot of people do. We're going to review a CD.
I'm gonna just leave it at this. It's a fantastic CD. And
we'll surprise you with it. We'll give it what it is. If you've caught a few of the references we've made a few references to the CD tonight. Not on purpose. It wasn't actually originally intended to be that way. But we will in fact be reviewing a CD.
And we have already discussed our topic for next week, and we think it's going to hit the funny button and just make you wonder, Yeah, why is that?
The next week is odd things in RPGs and other video games. I guess the only example I can give you right now would be like, why can you walk into a random house in an RPG and no one say anything about it, or hate you for it? Just walking into the house like, hey, what's up?
It's really just going to be us absurdly ranting for a good half hour about why you can do that, and we would love to hear your input on some of these goofy things we can do that we can't do in real life for whatever reason.
So, that's this week's show. Again, this will probably spawn to about 5 or 6 YouTube videos, but, so, that's it. Until next week, we'll see you guys later. If you like us, subscribe, comment, and rate. If you don't like us, leave us the fuck alone.
Exactly. I mean, just don't do anything.
I don't care what you think.
Unless you like us.
Unless you like us,
then we'll give you a virtual hug.
Okay, and before I actually end the show, I don't care if you hate Megadeth. I don't care if you're not an Iowa Hawkeyes fan. I don't care if you don't like whatever movie shirt he's wearing. I don't care if you don't like The Punisher. We don't give a shit. We're wearing it because we like it, not to please you. Okay. We'll see you next week.